Hi everyone, I'm Sarah Hall, and today we're going to discuss the miraculous healing power of forgiveness. There is no obstacle in this world that forgiveness cannot overcome. According to the angels, it is the golden master key to all healing. I recently received a video request from you with the question, how do I get back on the right path when maybe people, family, or my environment get me down? I thought about the question for a moment, then I felt the angels' presence, and they answered that the problem was never external to begin with. With the practice of forgiveness towards all people, situations, or feelings that seem to be negative, you have the ability to experience transcendent peace and miraculous beauty in every situation possible. And part of me thought, really, angels? Even when we've been sitting in rush hour traffic for an hour, or even when we're faced with people who are racist or abusive, even when there seems to be so much suffering in the world. And of course, the angels smiled as the greater part of me trusted them, as I always do. And I felt and I understood the truth of their words in every bone in my body. Especially as I reflect back on my own life, I healed from chronic, life-stifling, deep depression and emotional abuse, armed with no other tools but the spiritual power of forgiveness. No matter what the world hands you, you have the power to remain anchored like a boulder to forgiveness. And thereby you'll transform every seeming hardship into pure gold. According to the angels, there are 3 important steps that you can take to unlock the power of forgiveness within yourself. The first is to understand that which needs to be healed or changed is never outside of you. Rather, it is inside. When you heal what is within, the entire world outside of you will transform before your eyes. Think what we could do with our world if everybody did that. It would be amazing. The second step is to recognize that it is your decision whether or not to keep the problem, the guilt, the anger, the resentment, the impatience, the fear, or the lack of forgiveness. That is yours to do with as you will. You may choose to keep those things or to release them. In other words, the power is completely and entirely in your hands, my dear. This is good news because it means you can determine your reality at will. The third step is taken on by the divine at your invitation. To accomplish forgiveness, you do not need to reinvent the wheel and cultivate some form of seeming perfection inside of you. The perfection is already there because the love of heaven, the consciousness of God, is already inside of you. It is you. When you simply hold the intention to forgive, you're inviting all the power and glory of the Creator into your heart, and the forgiveness is done through you. All you need to do is to hold the intention, to affirm the forgiveness within you, and sometimes gently and gradually, or at other times all at once in one powerful shift, you'll experience the miracle of forgiveness. Let the divine do it through you. The divine, after all, is the part of yourself that you seek to merge with when you hold intentions of forgiveness within your heart or upon your lips. If you ever find yourself really struggling with the strong emotions of lack of forgiveness, as we all do sometimes, like trying to hold on to the helm of a ship during a storm at sea, then I have a few suggestions for you. First, search for the next best feeling of relief available to you. Perhaps you're really upset with someone and cannot accept or tolerate their behavior. Take a moment and breathe deeply. Breathing always helps because the angel's light will be able to access and transform your heart as you breathe. So breathe deeply and reach for the next feeling on the ladder of consciousness towards peace. Perhaps you'll move from anger to something slightly less than anger. Then from that into the next form of emotion. Whatever happens, simply observe these shades of feeling as they shift and move through you like ocean waves. Breathe deeply and remember that there is no need to attach to them at all. Simply watch them. And when you are ready, remind yourself that God, or the divine force that is the pure love that gave birth to all creation, is ever present inside you. Listen to that presence, look for it, reach for it, grow still and quiet and breathe into it. Perhaps you might decide to practice meditation when you're calm enough. And if you would like, you can practice my guided meditation for forgiveness, which you can find by clicking the eye icon right over here, as well as you'll find the link in the description below for you. And then perhaps once you have calmed or meditated, you can spend some time finding simple, peaceful ways to share love. Think of someone you love. Maybe it is your friend, your parent, your pet, and take a moment just to tell them that you love them. Do something kind for them. Service has a miraculous, incredible way of wiping the emotional slate clean and lifting our energy back into a state of peace and awareness of the divine beautifully. To serve or love another is to open yourself to the oneness of the universe, whereas to stew in negativity is to seemingly close the self off and feel isolated or sometimes even helpless. Love will always be the answer in some way. Love and forgiveness heal everything, no matter how seemingly bad. I think that this is proven by a little ray of beauty that I came upon some years ago. It is a poem that was found scratched into the wall of a concentration camp in Cologne, Germany during World War II. The author of the poem is unknown, but I am so deeply grateful to the beautiful, pure being of light who wrote it. And I will sing it for you.
I believe, I believe, I believe in the sun, even when it is not shining. I believe, I believe, I believe in love, even when feeling it not, even when feeling it not. I believe, I believe, I believe in God, even when God is silent, even when God is silent.
Thank you for connecting with me today, dearest one, and for liking, commenting, and subscribing. Do keep in touch with me via the links below, and know until next time that you are so loved and so very blessed. Bye!